This is TWiT.
He's Johnny Jet. He is our traveling guy at JohnnyJet.com. He joins us each week to tell us how to travel better with technology. Have you ever been to Reno or Fargo?
I've been
Wichita?
to Reno. I've never been to Fargo. Been to Wichita.
I've never been to Fargo either. I think you and I, road trip. Let's go to Fargo, but let's wait till summer.
North Dakota is one of the few states I haven't been to.
Is it? I think it's South Dakota where the Mount Rushmore is, right? Or is it North Dakota?
Correct.
South
No,
Dakota.
it's South Dakota.
Yeah.
I've been there.
So there's really no reason to go to North Dakota.
Well, I don't know about that, but
unless you have family
Teddy
there.
Roosevelt has a great park there. So
well, let's go. Okay, come this summer, you, me, we'll go to the park.
That'd be great.
We can
we'll
add a
do
state.
the broadcast from,
because it's one of the few states I've not been to either. You're right.
I've been to 47. So
holy cow! Well, you
So-
got to get to those last three.
My son Jack has been to 20,
That's impressive.
and he's 2.
Holy cow! So you're not at home though. You're in Toronto right now.
I'm in Toronto. We flew. We got in a couple nights ago from London. Flew British Airways. It's a 7-hour flight on a brand new 787 Dreamliner liner.
Ooh.
We flew in. We flew to London from Bermuda, which was on an old 777-200. But
What's your favorite plane?
well, the 787 is very nice, but I like the A350. The A380 is pretty nice if you're upstairs.
You're an
or
Airbus
first
guy,
class.
huh?
No, I mean I'm more Boeing because Boeing actually most of the flight attendants tell me that Boeings are the ones that are least likely to break down. The Airbuses break down more. So I was like, really? So I try and book a lot of Boeing flights, but 787s are great. 777-300 is one of my favorite planes too.
So you're really one of the things he's very upset about is that the mega lottery, whatever it is, Mega Millions, is now at $1.6 billion.
Yes.
Which means you could take the cash and have $904 million.
I could definitely live well on that. We would be
Probably
flying
be all
every
right.
week somewhere on a private jet.
So your problem is you're in Canada and you can't buy it.
Canada.
I am going
Right.
to volunteer. I'm going to run over to the 7-Eleven and I'll get you a ticket. Should I just use the automatic? I don't even know how this works. I have literally never done this.
Really? Well, I'll text you my numbers.
Oh, you have
I
numbers.
don't normally play. The only time I ever play is when it hits, 500,000,
Yeah.
a million.
You do know that you have zero chance of winning. I mean, it's not exactly zero, but it is so close to zero, there might as well be zero. You do know that, right?
I rarely ever play, but actually I tweeted it.
And you
Someone
also
said-
know that the bigger the jackpot, the more people play, the lower your odds of winning are.
Well, I would think the chances of more people winning it, so the less money you would win, but the more.
Well,
people
that's what
win,
happens. It gets divvied up. That's right.
Someone won yesterday, and that was $1 billion.
Okay, but then
So-
you have to promise me you will continue to do this show if you win $1 billion.
Heck yeah. But someone told me that you could buy it from myillinoislottery.com, which is supposed to be their state lottery. I don't know. So I was just trying
There
to
you
find
go.
out if I can buy it.
There you go. So the odds of winning the jackpot are 1 in 302 million. That can't be right. No. I guess that's how many tickets they expect to sell.
Well, I don't know.
That's a lot of tickets. That's like that's a ton. I don't believe in this stuff. I think your chance of winning is zero, and the problem is your chance of getting hit by lightning is dramatically higher. I mean,
For sure.
significantly higher. Your chance of getting eaten by a shark is significantly higher.
For sure. And actually, I actually pride myself in telling people how you can travel for cheap, or at least cheaper.
You just buy
one
your
way-
jet. You'd have the Johnny Jet.
Yeah, that would be nice. But
Yeah.
one way people can save money is by taking public transportation.
I'm a
So
big
since-
believer in that. Yes.
And actually, that's why I tell people to pack light, because that way you can take public transportation, save money, save time. A lot of cities, the traffic is so bad.
Yeah, like when I get to JFK, I would love to take the train into town, but it requires a transfer. And if I've got bags, I don't want to schlep them.
For sure.
If
So
I just
at
had a little
JFK
laptop, it'd be easy.
Yeah, if you fly to JFK, you jump on the air train to Jamaica Station. That's what I usually do. And then you transfer to the E train, and it's literally 1 hour door to door. But if you have a lot of bags, it is not easy.
You don't want to do that.
And if you go to LaGuardia, there's no train, so you have to take the bus. But Newark, there is a train, which is good. But Chicago, I almost always take the train because it's right underneath the airport. And so even if you do have a big bag, like I now travel with, thanks to my little guy, it makes it a lot easier. But my app this week is London Tube Map, since I just came in from London.
Yes.
17 million people have downloaded this app.
Wow.
And it's interactive, so it will tell you what if you have a connection. You can use it without a connection, but if you do have a connection, a cellular connection, it will let you know if there's any disruptions, which unfortunately oftentimes there are with the underground. But you can be notified beforehand, and that way you're not wasting your time or being stuck. And with pretty much any transportation, public transportation around the world, New York, London, Chicago, you want to avoid rush hour. I mean, in London, they pack them in. In Japan, they really pack them in. So, my tip is always avoid rush hour, no matter which city you're in. And also, like in New York City, when I'm in New York or in London, I always go to the last car because I always find that least likely to be packed.
Interesting. Okay.
But this will give you, step-by-step directions. This app, and it's easy to use.
Nice.
And they have it for different cities as well.
Nice.
The makers of it.
Nice.
So I definitely recommend this. And so many people are going to London, and it's a fantastic city, as everyone knows.
Oh, I love London, and I do love the tube. It's a great way to get around. And it's amazing in London. Everybody in the underground is wearing white gloves and a top hat. It's just dramatic.
I miss that part.
say, sir.
Yeah.
All right, good. Tube map, it's called. London
Yep.
Underground.
And so last week I had 3 seconds, basically. I told you where I was staying, londonperfect.com.
Yes.
So it's, this is not cheap. These are luxury apartments, but they're always in the best locations, the best areas. And what makes them different than Airbnb and HomeAway and VRBO is that it's not, you're not renting someone's apartment that's, has all their pictures and clothes and all that stuff. And if something goes wrong, if you get locked out, you don't, sometimes you can't find the people. A lot of times they're on vacation.
Right.
But with these guys and they have it in Paris and in Bali in Italy, they have an office not around the corner, but in the same city, and they will come and bring you a key, and they meet you when you they have a greeter, which really helps to show you around and to give you the key. The one time I did Airbnb, which actually was in London, I loved it, but the guy is like, the key's going to be underneath the trash can. Are these not owned by people? These are only for rentals, or are they? They're only for rentals. Well, most of their properties are just used for vacation rentals.
So you can stay in London in Guy Ritchie and Madonna's former London home.
Exactly. Yes.
My wife would enjoy that. She's a Madonna fan. That'd be kind of fun.
Right.
But it's got to be very expensive.
Well, the one we were in was a 3-bedroom, and it was about $500 and something a night.
But that's cheaper than a hotel in London.
Especially if you're traveling with with a large family or 2 couples, it could be a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
So it's a great choice. What I love about it is you really do live like a local. That's what I like about renting apartments once in a while. And I really started liking them a lot more with Jack because, we have a kitchen.
With a baby, you need to have somewhere it's more like a house.
Screaming in the middle of the night sometimes, and we're, you're walking within distance to supermarkets, cafes, parks. We were right next to Kensington Gardens.
Oh, I love that. That's one of my favorite areas.
Place to walk around.
LondonPerfect.com. And they have Paris and Bali and Florence. I'm going to do this in Florence, I think. This sounds wonderful.